What's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome back to another episode of the Crazy Cap Podcast. It's episode 5, and I am joined by my usual co-host, SR Jet down below, and Reverse Meowman to this way. I don't know what this way is in recording, but it's this way. Anyways, guys, today we are going to be talking about, obviously, the greatest movie of all time of 2022, being Morbius. Just kidding. We're going to be talking about the Sonic movie, too. We saw it again as a team, and we're so excited to finally talk about Sonic again. Well, movie Sonic, not video game Sonic, because video game Sonic can go right here where he belongs. All right, well...
Whoa.
Before we begin, I want to quickly do our Discord shout-out. This week's Discord shout-out is the Osok Casper Discord server, and the Ball Senji Discord server, whichever one you want to call it. It's a Valorant Discord server, mostly just sharing the love to the homies, friend Casper and Chris Kenji. So, without further ado, I also want to ask you guys, what's been going on with your lives? What you playing? What you doing?
I'm still obsessed with that Elden Ring.
Of course you are.
If it give me a freaking hard RPG, and I'm pretty much stuck with it for months, year and a half. Anyway,
Liam, how about you? And he's gone again.
We need somebody to get better.
Wait, what?
What you been doing? What's been going on? Oh, you're dying again.
Yeah, what?
You're dying.
Okay. Well, I'm back, and I'm alive. Alright. So, alright. I am playing 2 games.
Very nice.
I'm playing Sonic Generations. I'll have you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That game's fine.
Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga Deluxe Edition.
Taste.
Yeah.
Switch.
Now that's a game with taste. With someone who has taste.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be amazing going through this game.
Yeah. I will say that I personally have bought Lego Star Wars, Splatoon 2, both Kirby Star Allies and Forgotten Land, and I've been playing through Forgotten Land, but so far with what I've seen for Lego Star Wars, I'm disappointed in one aspect. Yoda doesn't have his regular death scream. No. This is true, but I personally thought the Skywalker Saga was going to be like a remake of the complete saga with the additional 3 episodes, but the fact that they rebuilt it from the ground up shows the team's dedication, and what we have is a masterpiece of a game. So I'm not complaining whatsoever, although it would still be cool if we got a port of complete saga. But based on what I've seen of the game, this game is fucking massive. It's more or less open world, and you can do whatever you want. You can have Anakin Skywalker talk to his younger self. You can have the Christmas special DLC. You have Mandalorian with Baby Yoda. You got all these different things. It's so cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I've really only gotten through like a little bit of episode 1. I've gone through the planet's core, over to Treth. I don't know what the city is called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I made it through the Gungan city. I went through the planet's core, and I'm about to meet Padme.
Yeah.
I actually heard that the game has a remade combat system.
Yeah,
it's completely new. Yeah, it's basically like I don't know, they took a lot of time with it. Yeah, combo system. You can throw the lightsaber. I don't know if you could do that before.
So cool.
Yeah,
I love throwing the lightsaber.
Like they changed it for the first time in ever.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Because I feel like Lego Star Wars the original was more of a pseudo collectathon puzzle platformer, and this game is a collectathon beat 'em up puzzle. Not so much. There's not so much platforming anymore. Just freaking love letter. I don't even know. It's basically like the Smash Brothers of Lego games, except for one thing. Where's Indiana Jones? Where is he?
I don't know. I
Where's
don't
the
know.
custom character? No custom characters either.
They don't have custom characters?
Nope.
You haven't figured
What?
that out? I knew that, and I don't even haven't played the game yet.
They don't. They're not in the game. There's no custom characters. Ugh.
Dude.
Do they not have a giant?
Dude.
Liam, does the game not have a hub level?
There's no hub level. No, it's basically.
There's not a hub level. They say they just go around and they give you all. They show you all 9 movies, and they're like, okay, which one do you want to go to? You can't go. You can't start out going to episodes 2, 3, 5, 6, or 8 or 9.
Honestly,
because-
I prefer the way that they do it now. So you have this menu, right? And you can access the beginnings of each trilogy. But once you can actually enter you can enter free play, I believe, at any time, and you're able to explore the worlds that you've unlocked. So technically, when you start the game, you only have the first planet of the 3 trilogies. But once you unlock free play, you can pretty much go anywhere that you have unlocked. But I would recommend going through the story first, and then you unlock all the planets, and then you can do essentially whatever you want. I wouldn't focus on collecting. But once you're in free play mode, that's basically your hub. There's no like one central location, but you can pretty much explore anywhere at any time. You're not locked to, you can only explore this planet on this level, but the planet is available to you at all times. You just go to that specific mission for that movie, which I think is a lot better.
It is. I mean, it's kind of nice. I'm not, dude. No custom characters though, dude. Star Wars Complete Saga. They were the first ones to have the custom characters. That just feels like an injustice.
I don't think there's custom characters in 3 either, or 7. Or not episode 3. Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and then Lego Star Wars Episode 7.
I'm pretty sure there was custom characters in 3.
Really?
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was.
I'm very.
It might just be because you play the 3DS version.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on, let me check. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga custom character. Can you make custom characters? Unfortunately, no. There is no way to create your own character in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
It kind of would have been cool if they featured Stark worth of Liege. I mean, he'd have literally 0 business being there, but it would have been cool.
Holy sh! You have to 100% the game in Star Wars or Lego Star Wars 3 in order to make custom characters. You need to get all the gold bricks.
That seems extreme.
Yeah. So they were trying to fizzle it out, clearly. Anyways, so I've been also playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yay.
It's honestly, I don't know how they weren't able to make Kirby into 3D at this point. It literally, it's so seamless from 2D to 3D. Like, how were you not doing this since the 64? Like, obviously, I'm not mad that they haven't done it, but it's just like, it was so seamless. It was so, Kirby was meant for 3D, and the lore dump at the end, woo! Oh man.
Oh boy, that sounds like a lore dump, alright.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I think it's about time, and happy belated birthday to Jet over here, because this is what we saw for his birthday. Sonic 2.
Happy belated birthday!
Let's talk non-spoilers, shall we?
Yeah, non-spoilers. Gotta love those non-spoilers.
The The fight
Was
was
Sonic.
What did-
Sonic was in the movie. Oh wait, no, crap. That's a spoiler. Oh, shoot.
All right. Well, let me ask you. What are your overall opinions about this movie? Just like not, non-specific.
I'm happy that they brought Knuckles' original character back, namely him being, oh boy, much
Not
more
an
competent
idiot?
than he, yeah, much more competent than he is in, Boom, Sonic Boom, and really modern Sonic games, Sonic Force. I'm happy that he's back to being gullible but not stupid.
No, he's not Patrick Star.
I mean, he's kind of stupid. Even in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he's kind of stupid. He's just sort of he's easily persuade.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, it's even worse in Sonic 3 because he basically Eggman falls on top of Angel Island and he sends all his robots to start destroying it, and he tells Knuckles, he says, obviously this is the Hedgehog's
Sonic.
doing. The Sonic did all this. It definitely, my face is definitely not on any of these robots. So it's not
Well,
not
it was
completely.
It was clearly all a plot to blame Eggman.
It's-
Sonic is a crafty one.
And
This was all the doing of a little blue hedgehog named Sonic.
yeah, so it's
Well,
not
very
that out of left field that he acts this way in this movie. Which, in that case, I will say that they have done an excellent job. Like portray, like this is a true video game movie. Like the first one, it was just like, okay, Sonic and Eggman doing their antics, whatever, who cares? It's just a very basic human and Sonic interaction, kind of interesting. Moving on. But Sonic 2 is a true like love letter to the series, and just across the board. Obviously, we have that weird wedding, which is a very weird plot point, but I'm glad that they sort of tied it together because, personally.
How else were they going to introduce GUN?
Yeah, true, I guess. But I think the wedding scene, I think that the human characters needed less screen time, but it also kind of demeans the purpose of their characters. I think they didn't have enough screen time. I think there needs to be a balance, because Sonic 2 just felt like a Sonic and Tails movie, which could have easily been done, but you've established these characters, and you also continue to introduce these characters at the beginning of the movie, so obviously they're important somehow, and they do end up being important to the plot later on, but I don't want them to be intrinsically aligned with it. I don't want them in the front lines or whatever, but this movie sort of dumbed it down way too much, I think, especially because of how important they seem to feel for this movie, if that makes any sense. But all in all, I think it was I think as a video game movie, as a Sonic and Tails adventure movie, them meeting up and fighting Knuckles and Dr. Eggman, I think it was perfect. I think there are so many there's so many little details, so many little references. They actually paid attention to the games, unlike most other video game movies. So I think it was great.
Yeah,
with that in mind, I'm not sure who wrote the review, but before the movie came out, there was actually this meme where it actually showed a review about somebody complaining that the human characters sort of took a back door to the animal characters, and everyone losing their minds over it. That's what we want, though.
I mean, yes, I think that they should definitely take a back seat, but not to the freaking back row, because obviously when you introduce a character and make them feel important to the plot, and then makes their character it demeans their character by the end if they don't get a payoff. So if they're gonna completely not, or make the human characters not feel important, then they should just remove them entirely, in my opinion.
I mean, it's Sonic's parents. I mean,
that's a little kind of cringe,
family.
actually. I hated that so much. We'll get into spoilers at the end, but goddamn, I hated that.
I mean, you've already discussing one of the scenes that wasn't in trailer, so we've already hit
No, I mean,
Spoiler.
at the end of Sonic
Spoiler.
2, or the end of Sonic 1, they felt like they were a family. But there's just one
Yeah.
specific scene that really freaking... It was so cringe. It was so weird. Anyway, anything else regarding non-spoilers before we get into, like, plot summaries?
Sonic has parents. We all have parents. Or just like
they
Sonic.
I feel like they I feel like I feel like they undermined Sonic's relationship.
With Tails?
Long Claw,
Oh.
Yeah.
Jowl.
Yeah, it's also because Longclaw is an original character, and that they can't really... And I think there actually is a character that she's based on, but there's not...
Longclaw is also dead.
Yeah, that too. There's not a whole lot that they can pull from that. Although I did enjoy, they tapped back into that first movie, introducing Longclaw and Knuckles. So I thought that was interesting. Anything else non-spoiler?
I feel like I can relate to Sonic. I feel like we can all relate to Sonic because I also have parents. If you think about it, we're all Sonic in a way.
All right, bro, you're done. You're off. Okay.
Get out of here.
All right. So, quick plot summary before we get into spoilers. And if you're not into the spoiler thing, get out now. The X button is in the top right-hand corner. Leave now. All right. Do you think we gave
Sonic?
it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler people are out. We are in. So, plot summary. Sonic and Eggman meet up. Or, Sonic and Eggman. Knuckles and Knuckles and Eggman meet up on Mushroom Hill Zone, or Mushroom Hill Planet, whatever. We don't really know too much about what that planet is still yet, which is weird because I originally thought that the rings were gonna like sort of tie into like all the different zones, which we still had references.
And they just completely ignored them.
Yeah, that was also another thing. The rings were put off to the side. That was weird too. But I honestly really wish that we got to explore like other planets along this adventure, because that would introduce Angel Island, and they could have actually put the Master Emerald where it's supposed to be, not in this weird labyrinth zone. But anyway,
dude, that would be so cool. Like next.
I don't think
movie.
they're going to be introducing Angel Island because, well, Sonic and Knuckles' lore roles have been switched. Sonic is apparently the defender of the Master Emerald, and Knuckles is the one who's not supposed to have it.
Yeah.
True, actually. So that is a little weird. No.
They're not.
They were the Echidna were originally protecting it, but the Longclaw family thought that they didn't deserve it, so they took it away from them, and so they protected it. Yeah.
It's like they don't have the responsibility for that power.
Were you not paying attention? They straight up used it to slaughter armies.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
I didn't see that part. All right, fair enough. I guess that went right over my head. Never mind. All right. Anyway, so
Echidna blasting away an army.
I thought they were fighting the Longclaw, or the owls, so that they get taken away from them. All right, never mind.
No.
Okay,
No,
so
they made the emerald a weapon to conquer the universe, and the Longclaw stopped that.
Eggman and Knuckles strike a deal. They go.
There's that.
Knuckles says, "Well, I want to defeat, or I want to get back the Master Emerald from Sonic." Eggman wants to destroy Sonic, and so I guess Knuckles finds a way to. Knuckles somehow ends up taking them back to Earth. Anyway, so then we're introduced to obviously the Blue Justice trying to do his best, but he's still just a kid and he can't do anything right.
Having no idea what he's doing.
Yeah. And then we have a nice family talk from Donut Lord, and then they get shoehorned to the side to go to
a wedding.
Then Sonic meets Tails. Sonic doesn't really like Tails at first. Oh no, Knuckles gets introduced first. That's right.
Yeah.
So
they try to get Knuckles nearly.
Sonic pulls
Knuckles reveals himself to be Sonic's equal.
Yeah.
Wait.
No,
and then Tails pulls up and gets him out of there.
Sonic
And
decides
Sonic
to pull.
is very big.
Tails saves the day.
Yes.
Tails saves Sonic's life.
Sonic.
And Sonic
Tails
pulls the
runs
trigger.
into.
DTF's out.
Tails runs into Knuckles, and Knuckles apparently couldn't do anything. That was very weird, but
Knuckles could run fast.
yeah.
But
For
not
a
fast
second
enough.
Oh, that's weird. They never showed off like Knuckles' wall climbing ability or his gliding ability, because that's what sets him apart from Sonic, because he can run fast.
He did wall climb for a bit, but he never glided.
When he fell
not
off that
once.
cliff, dude.
He didn't
Were you
glide.
watching the movie?
Yes. What cliff?
Tails and Sonic get away by driving off a cliff and then flying away.
Knuckles.
Oh,
jumps
yeah.
Launches off of
He
it,
does.
and then
He
climbs
yeah.
the-
Yeah.
And he's like, and you know, Knuckles is like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do about it, Eggman? Are you gonna try to kill me? Oh no, these bots are stairs.
Yeah, that's funny. That was funny.
I could easily destroy these robots as easily as oh, yes, that's.
Yeah. And and then the infamous Eggman does the floss for some reason, even though the floss is dead, even with the children. So that was just cringe for everybody.
And
Knuckles does not know how to floss, thankfully.
Yeah. He's like, "What are you doing?" Earth Custom. Let me grip your hand really hard. Anyway, then they meet up with. Is it Dr. Stone or is it just Stone? Agent Stone. Okay.
Agent Stone.
Agent Stone, and Knuckles doesn't like. Knuckles doesn't like him, but Stone definitely loves Eggman.
Jaden, he doesn't like Stone because he called him a porcupine.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden,
All right.
were you not paying attention to this entire movie?
Yes,
Okay.
I was. I don't pay attention to smaller details. Yeah, I remember the fact that they snowboarded, and that was a reference to Sonic 3.
Wow. Okay. All right. I have some bad news. I completely forgot. I have to go to church not church, but like Bible study pretty soon.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys want to do about that, but I can say some things really quick and then vamoose, and you guys can keep going if you want to.
You have to leave like right
Don't leave me
now?
alone with this guy.
Well, my dad says leave right now.
Okay.
But you know, I can keep going for a little bit.
Please don't leave me alone with this Joker.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I was there with you.
Okay.
And you don't, and you're missing massive parts of information.
All right, you can
Like an
correct
entire
him.
chapter
You can
of
correct
plot.
him, Jet. This is your episode, anyways. I gotta say, before I go, Sonic not being able to swim, love that. Sonic
Yeah.
running on water, love that.
Yeah.
Also love how he fell in, anyways.
Yeah. Huge disappointment that they didn't have the song.
After
When he's drowning.
seeing the after seeing the trailer, I was really scared of that moment where they were gonna ruin the wedding just because of how they said you're never gonna they're gonna hate him for the rest of his life. You know that one guy, the
woman's the
dad.
one who said that.
yeah.
The woman's
But
the one.
but that wedding scene, honestly, hilarious considering they were all FBI agents.
Yeah.
Got GUN agents. I'm losing my marbles here.
Oh.
And what's your
okay,
rating out of 10?
I am
10.
going to give this movie. I'll give it a 7.3 out of 10.
What?
Fair.
Serious?
It was a good movie. It was what I expected, a Sonic 2 movie. But that ending, I love the climax with the Death Egg robot. I did not see that
Not
coming.
Death Egg, but yeah.
It was so cool, and the end credit scene.
Yes, the end credit scene.
I'll let you guys go
Oh
into
my
more
God.
depth about that. But dude, that really looking forward to Sonic 3. Jet, I'm sure you know about Sonic Adventure lore. I'm not a super big expert on that. But Jaden knew absolutely nothing about it, talking with him on the car ride
No.
home.
Alright, well, I guess adios then.
Alright. I will say adios. That is true. And you guys have a fantastic day and rest of this podcast. I'm sorry I couldn't stay the whole time.
It's alright.
This is my bad. Adios.
Adios.
Whoa.
I'm so pissed at you right now.
Why? I don't like Sonic games, so I don't understand anything.
That wasn't a Sonic. You're straight up just spacing out on top parts of the movie.
Well, obviously I didn't remember those parts. Like, I bet you're like, well, the best scene in the movie was the dancing scene.
That was stupid.
That was
no,
cringe.
It was not.
I mean,
That was
it was
dumb
kind of
and
cool.
You know it.
It was cool that they did the Sonic Adventure pose, but no one caught that. But otherwise it was just another cringe scene. I didn't like the wedding scene either. I thought that I think that the introduction of Gun as an entity is interesting, but not in that way. That was the weirdest way they could have introduced it possible. I do like the return of that government agent dude. I think that's literally a perfect way to have the head of Gun. But who's this dude that she was getting married to? Like, they acted like that was a very important plot line. Like, oh my god, I actually really do love you. Like, I don't care. I didn't care for the sister in the first movie either.
Yeah, that whole plot line it's honestly the thing that prevents me from giving it a perfect score. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's either you put the characters in the front lines with Sonic or you remove them all together. Although I don't know any other way they could have introduced Gun other than introducing it in the end credit scene, which I don't know if that would have worked. Although at the same time,
it would have made. All right.
And also at the same time, that whole scene where they're taking away Sonic and Tails. Oh, I guess we changed our mind. What the fuck? What kind of... What? You just changed your mind. From a narrative standpoint, you changed your mind. They just gave zero context to that. You're just like, eh.
At the ending of the last movie, they were really interested in Sonic, and the commander offered lunch with donut.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, you can keep him and you can raise him, but we'll keep studying him or whatever from afar or something like that. And then this movie, they're like, yeah, we're gonna take him away from you. What? Why? Why did you go back on that narratively? It just doesn't make any sense.
That whole scene made no sense because he acted like they planned for Sonic to just show up, which would have required them to have known Eggman was back, which they didn't.
True.
In fact, they were pretty adamant about not believing it.
Yeah. I think it was... I don't think that they were expecting him to show up at that point, but I think that having them get married was sort of that way to, whenever Sonic does show up, that they would just pull out their guns, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
They could have done it any other way. In fact, I'm just now thinking of a better way they could have done it.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think that all the references were really cool. You got the ice cap zone with the sledding scene, which I'm very disappointed they don't have a Crush 40 song, because, like, how come you don't... How do you not have...
40.
Yeah. And then you got the bubble when he sucks in the air scene, and the only thing disappointing about that was they don't play the sound when they and then I think they did Tails dirty a little bit. We don't get to see his like wacky nerdy side, but all we literally see is his, which is kind of true for the games as well, but
gadgets.
His fucking adoration for Sonic, like, I love you, Sonic! I love you, Sonic! Like, that's literally all his character was.
I look up to you, Sonic.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Would play this.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, we get it. You look up to him, great. Like now you're just be friends. Don't like think of him as this like, especially at the very end when it's just like you got rid of all the power in the universe to be a kid. Like, okay, like let him be a kid. Okay, like it's not. Anyway, so let's get to that final scene. I think it's about time.
Supersonic! Oh my god!
Supersonic. That fucking scene was so hype. I mean, I think it was fun that they did the whole family thing at the end where they're like, "We're gonna die together. Let's hold hands." Like, I think that was honorable. I think that was cute. And I think they were kind of building up to that with the boat scene, but then he turned into Super. Oh, it was so cool. It was the coolest fucking thing ever in all of anything. It was so cool.
When the Master Emerald broke into the Chaos, and everyone was like, "Oh, it is so happening."
Yeah, it is so happening. Yeah, that was the coolest thing.
I didn't say it. I didn't actually say it, but
yeah, it is so cool. It was so cool.
Thinking that.
Yeah, and like they couldn't kill off Sonic so easily, and also that robot, which is from Sonic 3 as well. I think the final boss. That was cool as well. That was really cool.
Actually reference to Sonic 2.
Oh. Well, I think that it was so cool. The fact that it was like so massive and how Robotnik was controlling it, that was really cool. And of course, I will say that I don't like. How do you create a plot? Like, are they gonna just go straight to Hypersonic from here, or do they just be well? Because they already have the Master Emerald in their hands, so it's just like unless Shadow takes the Master Emerald, what are they gonna do?
Well, for that, they're gonna need to actually explain Shadow's entire existence. Like, so far, it feels like that's what they're going with, because Shadow's whole story is
oh wait, actually, before we get into that, let's finish Sonic 3 or Sonic 2 first. Do not call Donut Lord Dad. That's weird. Why? That is so weird. That whole end scene was like, okay, it's kind of cute. They're like a little family with 4 dogs or something, but like,
why?
That whole scene was just so, it was like cute and cringe because like now Knuckles is like, ooh, sprinkles. I want ice cream. That's so so weird. It was so weird. Anyway, so at the end of Sonic 2, we got the tease of Agent Stone, and Shadow. Shadow awakens, which is interesting because Shadow doesn't happen until way later. And also on top of that, as far as we know, I think because if Jim Carrey retires before Sonic 3, then Eggman is dead, and unless they recast him to be like a short, fat dude, I don't know what we're doing with Eggman, especially because Eggman and Shadow are so intrinsically aligned lore-wise. That's gonna be really interesting to play out.
So you know Shadow's lore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Liam told me that Shadow was created by his father or something, Robotnik's grandfather.
Which you want me to go over that?
My question is that in this universe, Robotnik is like a military dude, right? He was a military scientist that created weapons for them, and then, which means that his grandfather was also a military scientist that knew of the existence of these echidnas and Sonic, which caused him to want to create Shadow. And then also at the same time, the entire time between the beginning of Sonic 1, probably even before that, and at the end of Sonic 2, Robotnik has just had Shadow somewhere, and then randomly decided to put it into the robot, which is just strange to me.
I don't think that Shadow's in the robot. I think... You know how they were talking about coordinates?
Oh, I thought it was in the robot for some reason. The scene made it seem that way.
No, it really didn't, because of dialogue. Dude, you have to pay attention to all of this information.
So, a secret lab
underground in the middle of God knows where.
near
it's
where
not
the
near
robot. Oh, so wait, where did they find the coordinates from?
The coordinates are just coordinates. It's somewhere. They don't know.
No, where did they
everything.
get them? Where did they get this information from?
The stuff was in Dr. Robotnik's files. The
Oh,
coordinate. Which
gotcha.
is probably where you got the robot idea.
Then that's where because I was like, okay, why is Agent Stone there? Because like, because he was in the robot. Never mind, I'm stupid. All right, and he also didn't die somehow in that massive explosion.
How on earth they're gonna pull this off?
All right, well, let's, if you want to, we can get into Sonic 3 theories based on that.
I don't have a theory. I just wanted to go over some basic information about Shadow and how it'll be difficult to make this work in a way that won't piss off people. In a way, because they're completely ignoring it. I mean, they've already done that, so they probably won't care that significantly.
I mean, Sonic 2 was already a decent combination between Sonic 1 and 2, or Sonic 2 and 3 game-wise, so they could have a combination of Shadow and Adventure, but, like, how do you do that without Robotnik? That's the thing. If he's dead and Jim Carrey retires, how do you do that without him? Because he's very pivotal.
That they're either going to recast him, either recast Eggman, or Dr. Stone's obsession is going to destroy him.
Like, make him the new Eggman or something?
I guess.
In
which case, bold move.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope, unless they do, like, a spin-off where they Shadow the Hedgehog rated R. That would be really funny. But I really think that I don't really know too much about Shadow's character from Adventure, which that's when he was introduced, right? It was Adventure.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. So I don't know if they want to pull, if they really want to pull from Shadow the Hedgehog, which kind of adds more to his character. But and also another thing too, where Shadow teams up with Eggman, right? And they're on the Death Egg 2, which means you can't have a Shadow movie without the Death Egg.
No.
It was the Death Egg 2. There's that iconic scene.
No, it's the Space Colony arc.
Oh. And what's the Death Egg 2 then? Where was that from? Death Egg 1 is from Sonic, the classic games.
There is no Death Egg 2. They just rebuilt it.
Death Egg 2.
I think you might be thinking of the comics, dude.
Oh, yeah, it is comics. Never mind.
Alright.
For some reason, I thought the Death Egg was... Shadow Death Egg.
Space Colony arc, my dude.
Alright, whatever. Anyway,
either way, they weren't.
I also want to see, I think they could, I don't know if they want to weave in Metal Sonic either. I think it would be interesting. But also they could, again, they could easily just do Silver Sonic or Mecha Sonic too. So, but I think that could be interesting because now you're gonna have like, because they gotta step it up somehow. I mean, obviously Shadow's a perfect life form or something or other, but
the ultimate life form.
Yeah, that one. So I don't know if they want to go with the route of you have like two different plot lines going on, which could be interesting. Like, because they did announce that they're going to be doing a Knuckles series, which obviously that's Knuckles Chaotix, right? There has to be Knuckles Chaotix because they can't have a Knuckles movie or Knuckles TV show and don't have other characters in there. So I think what they could do is introduce the Chaotix team, and then they could pull like a Sonic Heroes type of thing going on, where you have Sonic, Tails, and then somebody else, and then you got Knuckles Chaotix, and they both go on their own adventures. Well, Knuckles deals with Mecha Silver or Metal Sonic, and then Sonic deals with Eggman and Shadow. Yeah, and Shadow. So I think that could be interesting, but I feel like that might be too much. But obviously, I think the Knuckles series is going to come out first, which...
The Knuckles series might end up having...
What?
whole situation. I think the Knuckles series might end up having Rouge as the main antagonist for like
Oh yeah,
one
more than
season,
likely, yeah.
and then just do its own thing, then have something else for me.
And I think eventually they're gonna have to start taking Knuckles away from Sonic in lore wise, but like I don't think they really need to do a fourth Sonic movie. I think they should just continue this into TV shows. But honestly, I don't really know if, because I think it would be very interesting if they tied it in, sort of do an MCU type thing where they tie in the TV show to the movie, like they did with not Into the Spider-Verse, No Way Home with Daredevil. But I think that obviously, like, at the same time too, like, even though I don't really think we need the human characters, having too many animal characters might end up being a problem.
That's actually a very serious problem people have with Sonic.
Because you got
too many damn characters.
Yeah, I mean, and if they don't want to, if there's too many characters, and think about it though, we're on Sonic the movie 3, and we're already to Shadow. There's like 40 games that happen in between that point. You got 3, you got Chaotix, you have Chaos, you have Triple Trouble, you got Adventure, you got what's that other game? You got all these things that happen in between. And you're already at Shadow. I don't know, like, how, because they're kind of going through they're almost like giving like a retread of the entire series, but like doing it in a few, like, I don't know,
unique ways.
Yeah. So I don't know. And also another thing too, if they're thinking about protecting the Master Emerald, I think this is another way to introduce Angel Island, is if they built it or something, built something similar to it to protect it.
Dude, the whole point of Angel Island is Master Emerald. If the Master Emerald wasn't already there, it ain't showing up. I frankly doubt it.
Another thing too, they can't have the Master Emerald be another MacGuffin, can they? Like, Shadow stole the Master Emerald. Like, oh great, we're doing this again.
Oh boy. In the games, it's the MacGuffin. The emeralds are the MacGuffin.
Then what about the Super Emeralds?
Those only appeared once, and it's kind of debatable if they can. Like, just they showed up on one version of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You had to combine the two. They weren't in either of those games individually.
All right, then I don't know where it can go from here, but I think that we're at least excited for it.
I'd be genuinely shocked if a casual... I'm kind of shocked that you know that the Super Emeralds are a thing.
I'm watching through the games right now. I watched 1 Game Gear, 2 Game Gear, 3 and Knuckles, because that's both games in one. And I'm in the middle of Chaos right now, which is the Game Gear one.
Anyway.
Well, what's your rating out of 10 for this movie? I think it was incredible. I think that they have all the references there, but again, the pacing could have been...
I'm giving it a solid 8 because the humans just
to me, I mean, it's not like my favorite movie of all time by any means,
disappointed in the human plotline.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, if they do actually go the Shadow the Hedgehog route, I'm pretty sure there's humans in that, isn't there? Like, very important human characters.
Yeah, there's Gerald Robotnik, Maria, and G.U.N.
Alright, we're going the Sonic 06 route then. I'm just kidding.
No, don't even joke about that one, too.
Alright, well, to me, I think it was a better movie than the first. I think that the emphasis on the animal characters were great, although the human characters kind of fell flat because then they ended up trying to tie it into the main plot. I think the potential of the future of the series, especially with this Knuckles TV show, is going to be great. I love the movies more than the games.
Honest Trails.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10.
Screen Junket is going to have a joyride making the Honest trailer for this one.
Yeah. Are you going to get Sonic Frontiers?
I'm waiting for it.
I bet you Sonic Team's gonna butcher it again.
Please don't joke about that.
That's all they do is
yeah.
butcher. I'm just kidding. All right. Well, I think we've ran this movie dry.
We've talked about it enough, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Au revoir.